If you have ever stood in a shower with water pooling around your ankles, you already know how frustrating a slow drain can be. And the good news is that the fix might already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet. Homeowners spend hundreds of dollars every year on plumbers and chemical drain cleaners when a slow drain could often be prevented with a simple, inexpensive routine that costs about $1 and takes just a few minutes a month. Understanding how drains actually clog is the first step toward keeping them flowing smoothly, and it starts with knowing exactly what builds up inside your pipes over time. Every time you shower, wash dishes, or brush your teeth, tiny particles of hair, soap residue, grease, and mineral deposits travel down the drain and slowly stick to the interior walls of the pipe. Over weeks and months, this buildup narrows. The passage water has to travel through, which is why a drain that once emptied instantly starts taking longer and longer until one day it barely moves at all. This is exactly where the $1 solution becomes so valuable for homeowners looking for an affordable way to prevent slow drains before they turn into expensive plumbing emergencies. The simple fix that plumbing professionals often recommend is a mixture of baking soda and white vinegar, two ingredients that together cost less than $1 and are already sitting in most kitchens. Baking soda is a mild abrasive and deodorizer, while vinegar is a natural acid that reacts with it to create a fizzing action strong enough to loosen grease, soap scum, and mineral buildup clinging to the inside of your pipes. To use this method, start by pouring about half a cup of baking soda directly down the drain, making sure it settles into the opening rather than sitting on the surface. Follow that with roughly 1 cup of white vinegar poured slowly over the baking soda, and you will immediately notice a bubbling reaction as the two ingredients interact and begin breaking apart debris along the pipe walls. Let the mixture sit for at least 15 minutes, though leaving it for a full hour provides even better results for drains that have not been cleaned in a while. After the waiting period, flush the drain with a kettle of hot water, which helps carry the loosened residue further down the pipe and out of your home's plumbing system entirely. This inexpensive drain maintenance routine works best when it becomes a regular habit rather than a one-time emergency fix, because prevention is always more effective and more affordable than dealing with a fully clogged pipe. Many homeowners find success running this baking soda and vinegar treatment once a month in high-use drains like kitchen sinks, bathroom sinks, and shower drains, since these areas tend to collect the most grease, hair, and soap buildup. Kitchens in particular benefit from consistent attention because cooking oils and food particles are notorious for clinging to pipe walls and hardening over time, creating stubborn blockages that are much harder to clear once they solidify. Bathroom drains face a different challenge, since hair combines with soap residue to form dense clumps that can trap even more debris as water tries to pass through, which is why the fizzing action of this natural solution is so effective at gradually breaking that buildup apart before it becomes severe. While the dollar solution handles most everyday buildup, it is worth understanding a few simple habits that make it even more effective and help your drains stay clear for longer between treatments. Installing an inexpensive mesh drain cover in your shower and bathroom sink can catch hair and larger debris before it ever has the chance to enter the pipe, dramatically reducing how often you need to run a cleaning treatment in the first place. In the kitchen, wiping grease and oil from pans with a paper towel before washing them prevents that fat from solidifying inside your pipes, since grease that goes down warm often cools and hardens further along the line where it is much harder to reach. Running hot water down your drains for 30 seconds after each use also helps keep grease and soap moving through the system, instead of settling and building up along the pipe walls where clogs typically begin to form. These small adjustments, combined with the monthly baking soda and vinegar routine, create a simple and affordable defense against the kind of slow drains that eventually lead to costly plumbing repairs. It is also important for homeowners to recognize the early warning signs that a drain needs attention before it becomes a complete blockage, since catching the problem early makes the dollar solution far more effective. A slight gurgling sound coming from your sink or shower is often one of the first signals that air is trapped behind a partial clog, and it usually means water is struggling to pass through the narrowed pipe. Water that drains noticeably slower than it used to, even if it is not fully stopped, is another sign that buildup has already started forming along the interior walls of the pipe. Unpleasant odors coming from a drain are frequently caused by trapped food particles, grease, or soap scum breaking down inside the pipe, and this is often one of the clearest signs that a cleaning treatment is overdue. Addressing these symptoms as soon as they appear, rather than waiting until the drain stops working entirely, is one of the simplest ways homeowners can avoid emergency plumbing calls and the higher costs that come with them. Many homeowners instinctively reach for commercial chemical drain cleaners at the first sign of a slow drain, but these products often come with drawbacks that the baking soda and vinegar method avoids entirely. Chemical cleaners can be harsh on older pipes, particularly in homes with plumbing that has been in place for decades, since repeated exposure to strong chemicals can weaken pipe joints and seals over time. These products can also be harmful if they come into contact with skin or eyes, and the fumes released during use are not something you want lingering in your home, especially in smaller bathrooms with limited ventilation. Beyond the safety concerns, chemical drain cleaners are also considerably more expensive than a box of baking soda and a bottle of vinegar, meaning homeowners who switch to the natural alternative can save a meaningful amount of money over the course of a year, while still keeping their drains clear and functioning properly. For drains that have been neglected for a long time, or that are dealing with more stubborn buildup, there's a slightly more intensive version of this same dollar solution that many homeowners find helpful. Instead of pouring the baking soda and vinegar mixture and simply letting it sit, you can cover the drain opening with a cloth or a stopper immediately after adding the vinegar, which traps the fizzing reaction inside the pipe rather than letting it escape upward and out of the drain. This trapped pressure forces the reaction to work more directly against the buildup along the pipe walls, often producing noticeably better results for drains that have gone months without any maintenance. After removing the cover and letting the mixture sit for the recommended time, following up with hot water flushes the loosened debris out completely, restoring proper flow to a drain that may have been struggling for quite some time. It is worth noting that while this dollar solution is remarkably effective for the everyday buildup that causes most slow drains, there are certain situations where homeowners should call a licensed plumber instead of relying on a home remedy. If a drain remains completely blocked even after multiple treatments, or if water is backing up into other fixtures throughout your home, this often indicates a deeper blockage further down the plumbing line that requires professional tools to clear safely. Similarly, if you notice multiple drains throughout your house are slow or clogged at the same time, this can be a sign of an issue within your main sewer line rather than a simple buildup issue within an individual pipe. And this type of problem needs to be assessed by a professional. Recognizing these situations helps homeowners understand when the dollar solution is appropriate for routine maintenance and when a more serious plumbing issue requires expert attention, ensuring that small problems do not turn into larger and more expensive ones. Beyond drains specifically, the same mindset of small, consistent, low-cost maintenance can be applied throughout a home to prevent larger and more expensive repairs down the road. Just as a monthly baking soda and vinegar treatment keeps drains flowing smoothly for pennies compared to a plumber's bill, other simple habits like checking for leaks under sinks, inspecting caulking around tubs and showers, and keeping an eye on water pressure can help homeowners catch small issues before they escalate. Plumbing systems, much like the rest of a home, tend to reward proactive care with fewer emergencies and lower repair costs over time, which is exactly why this dollar solution has become such a popular recommendation among homeowners looking to save money without sacrificing the functionality of their home. Ultimately, keeping your drains flowing smoothly does not require expensive products, complicated tools, or call to a plumber every time water starts moving a little slower than usual. A simple combination of baking soda and vinegar, paired with a few smart daily habits like using mesh drain covers and flushing pipes with hot water, gives homeowners an affordable and effective way to prevent the kind of buildup that leads to costly clogs. By making this dollar solution part of a regular monthly routine and staying alert to the early warning signs of a struggling drain, homeowners can avoid the frustration of standing water, unpleasant odors, and unexpected plumbing bills. It is a small investment of time and money that pays off significantly, keeping one of the most essential systems in your home running exactly the way it should for years to come.